Thank you, Douglas. Just to show you how things have changed, the apartment that I have, that I initially got in November of 1974, Stryker's was right down the street from me on 86th Street across of Columbus Avenue. It is now a Starbucks. I was 4 years old. No, I was 3 years old in 1952. My father a musician, I became a musician, so the reverence for 52nd Street still exists within our memory. And when you talk about literally every storefront had live music. It was a renaissance, it was a mecca of expression. And as Douglas eloquently pointed out, it was the poetry of music. And all these amazing giants stood on each other's shoulders, allowing each other the turn to express themselves improvisationally. When I studied jazz with Tony Aless and Sanford Gold, who had played with Charlie Parker, it was a very warm, nurturing environment to be in. But Tony would say to me, well, you know the melody, play the harmony. And when you subsequently would dig into the anthropomorphic reality of what existed between harmony because of the inference of leading tones, where you would have minor 2 patterns, minor 3 patterns, the rotation of fifths, the rotation of fourths. So basically, everything was playable. And as we started to emerge further and further out of swing and rhythm and blues going into bebop, you started to see this amalgam of crushing the linear aspect of harmony into this cauldron of who knows what, anything and everything is possible. And the expressionism that came out of that was humbling. But that's my memory. Alphabet City, gone. The clubs on the West Side, up in Harlem, gone. Lower East Side, gone. One of the longest strongholds to hang out was Art DeLugos Village Gate. Art admired me and would allow me to perform upstairs many, many evenings. And one particular one that I'm very fond of, that I was always allowed, I'd come into the bar without a cover, I'd order a few drinks, and I'd hear the marvelous musicians play, and then there'd be the evenings that I would play. Well, one particular evening, and I followed that gentleman the following week, was Bill Evans. And Bill Evans had Eddie Gomez on bass. And we talk about the finger of God, the true impressionist in classical context, but within jazz, that was an evening. My. I thank the Lord that we have all this discography for us to revisit the genius of these souls. But this is the American original. When Antonin Dvorak came to this country, and everyone was going, Europe, 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 he said, you have your originals here between your African music and your Indian music. So Antonin, who's a titan of composition, recognized the American original. And it's something those of us who are aware of it, are very proud of and still humbled by its genius. It is extensive. It is an amazing anthology. It is available. Just go and seek it out. And with that, our next reader is a dear friend and a treat and a half, Ari Kishin. Let me set the camera up for him.